Welcome guys. If you're not aware, I also have a crime channel where I do tarot, spirit sessions and case analysis. If you're into that, subscribe guys. There's a link in the description box below. I'll see you over there. Hi lovelies, welcome. I'm so glad you could be here. Hope you're having a really good week. You can hear sunshine in the background. She's very chirpy today. I hope it's not annoying because she's just full on today. What's happening? She loves me. All right, we're going to get her doing a reading soon too, guys. I'm sure she is looking forward to that because she loves doing it. But we are doing the Divine Weekly Guidance that we do every week. And basically what this is just seeing what Spirit has to tell us right now. As I'm doing this reading right now, it is the full flower moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio, which is absolutely awesome. It talks about, I think us in the southern hemisphere can actually see this lunar moon, and there's supposed to be a meteor shower as well. And what's happening with that is that there's a lot of intense energies coming in right now for this week. Because when there's a full moon, the energies are so potent 3 days before a full moon and 3 days after as well. I think I just saw an orb. Not surprising, they've been showing up a lot in my readings lately. It's really beautiful. Hello, Spirit. I just want to acknowledge them. Yes, but they're by our side. And this is a magical time as well. And it can be very intense because it is a time for us to confront things, and at times it is our shadows, and things will come to the surface. Things will, sometimes we're forced to have to face things if it's somebody we have to deal with, or just a situation that just won't go away, or a relationship that we need to end or fix or something. It could be along those lines. But the Scorpio energy is all about transformation. It's about being able to turn things around. It's about bringing light and healing to a shadow. And it's growth, it's evolvement. And the lunar eclipses are all about things coming to completion, and it's a very feminine energy. Being the lunar energy, the moon is feminine. The solar, the sun is masculine. So being the lunar eclipse, it's very much a time for quiet reflection, and sometimes having to dive deep and deal with uncomfortable things. You don't even have to consciously do it. There might be just some things coming up for you at this time that you're deeply thinking about regarding the past. Just looking back also and giving yourself a pat on the back as to how far you've actually come on your journey, because everybody's journey is different. Some people have deep traumas that they have gone through in their life and have, maybe pushed down just to get on with life, because a lot of the time we can be in survival mode. So it's just, sometimes we don't want to deal with it. We don't want to face things. It's too heavy. It's too hard. It's too painful. And I know I've gone through a lot of traumas personally, all through my life, especially in the last 5 years. Not to get too personal, but there has been a lot all throughout my whole life. It's just like every time I feel like, okay, I've healed something, I'm on my journey, I'm on my way towards peace, something else, happens in my life as a new thing, as a new cycle that comes in full of pain. And it triggers the past stuff that maybe I didn't really deal with, So things like that can occur where something might happen right now currently for us, but it's also amplified because of the past stuff we have not dealt with. So that's like a core issue. So the core issues might be needing to be dealt with. They might be rumbling under the surface, trying to come up to the surface, rumbling underneath because they need to be healed. And for some of you, it may not even be that intense and deep, it doesn't have to be. It could just be that there's just something that you just have to finally deal with, and it's just a closed chapter for you, and you can breathe a sigh of relief and just know that you now can, transform your life into making better decisions, things like that. But yeah, it's a magical time as well. So it's not just all that intense, heavy stuff. It's also a time to say, you know what, I'm moving into a brighter future, a new me, a more stronger me, and a resilient me. And yeah, just being able to put up your boundaries and not take shit from anyone, basically. I think that's what a lot of us are trying to do, is just say, no, people are just, you know, they will test us. They will test you. They will test your energy, your patience. And, you know, life is about tolerance as well, and everybody's going through their own thing. Wow, that was full on just saying all that. But yeah, it's interesting. But we're going to see what Spirit has to say. It may not even be anything to do with this. It could be something entirely different. But I just wanted to let you know about that whole moon phase thing, because the lunar eclipses are about that completion coming to, or something coming to a completion, which I think is amazing. It's really awesome. So, you know, at this time too, drink plenty of water. And it could be that you're finding there's insomnia. You might be having vivid dreams. I'm going to sneeze. Yeah, I just had 3 big sneezes. Oh gosh, excuse me. I'm feeling very, it's interesting. The seasonal changes always affect my energies. I always feel like I got hay fever. It's crazy. But yeah, I was just going to say, drink plenty of water. You might have insomnia. There might be, I know I've been this last week especially tossing and turning, just not unable to sleep, you know. It doesn't matter what I do, whether I take a sleeping tablet or listen to meditation music, whatever I've been doing hasn't been working. And I think it has got to do with a lot of the planetary aspects here. I mean, they say that the moon affects the tides, and we are made up of, like, I don't know how much, maybe 80% of water in our bodies. So when you think about it, you know, what's his name? Oh, what was his name? Emoto. Somebody, Dr. Emoto, stated that, you know, when you put an intention onto your body, like when there's energy affecting us, it can affect our molecular structure. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I'm not very scientific. But it does actually affect our DNA. It affects our energy. You know, if you say, like, I think he put 2 jars of water, okay? And he labeled them each. And he labeled one with a hateful word, and he labeled one with a loving word. And I think he would come every day to each of them and say some really negative things to this one, and he'd say some really positive things to this one. And he noticed the difference. This one became really ugly and old and murky, and it just looked really bad. And the one that was given all the positive, loving attention was just, I think it crystallized into some beautiful energy. I can't remember. It was like a snowflake or something. There's certain vibrations that, you know, even an intention and a thought, and the spoken word is so powerful as well. So I've kind of gone a bit off track with the moon and how that's affecting us. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, talk nicely to yourself at this time as well, because there might be some troubling times. There might be some emotional things we're not dealing with very well at this stage. And yeah, so what I see here is drink plenty of water, be kind to ourselves, be gentle. We might be feeling really exhausted and just depleted and just need to take time for some rest. Just shut out the world for a little while and maybe do some journaling. That's something really important that a lot of people can do. Dream, you know, writing down your dream interpretations or what your dreams have been, and looking up the interpretations of those as well. So yeah, we could be very affected around this time, but it doesn't have to be negative. It's just that it's a chance for us to explore whatever's coming up for us right now and how best to deal with it. It's just being gentle with ourselves. Being gentle with ourselves, saying goodbye to something as well, coming to peace with something, coming to terms and peace and acceptance with something for what it is as well. I hope that all made sense, guys. Sometimes I question, what am I saying? But, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm trying to get at. Okay, so let's have a look here. We are going to see, what does Spirit want us to know? Thank you, angels, for helping us today. What do we need to know today? What do we need to know? Thank you. What do we need to know? Wow, that came out in a weird way in this week. Look at this 9 of fire. Oh, protection, preparedness, resilience. What did I say about taking a step back, having a break? This is what the 9 of fire is all about. It's about, you know, look at the protection of the angel around her. This is so beautiful. So sometimes we might feel that life is just getting a bit too much. Things are intense. Maybe things are a little overwhelming, and we just need to stop and take a break and not burn ourselves out, because the next card after this one is the 10 of fire, the 10 of wands, which does talk about lots of responsibilities and feeling burned out. So it is time to just call in for our protection, put up our boundaries, this week around people, and maybe get out in nature, talk to the angels, ask Archangel Michael to come in and protect us as well. Yeah, absolutely. True love. Ooh, energy of true love. Some of us might be meeting a true love this week. Could be that you're surrounded by beautiful things. It's, you know, she's looking in the mirror, it looks like here as well. So it could be that some of you are learning self-love as well. And it is really that self-care, being able to take a step back and just replenish our energies as well. And it could be also that some of you are taking a break from a relationship at this time and not wanting to put a lot of, you know, intention, energy, effort, whatever it might be, into it right now. You might just take a step back and think about how you feel about love in general, even if you're not with somebody. There might be some things playing up for you right now emotionally around that topic. But for a lot of you, it does talk about true love coming in. And we've got another fire. This is amazing. So goals, expansion, vision. Some of us might be getting ready to travel, to go somewhere. Could be an overseas connection for some of us. If we are talking about a true love, doesn't have to be romantic. True love can be a soulmate connection, family, children, someone who might be far away from us right now, someone we want to travel towards. Could be those things as well. But it does show that there's amazing opportunities waiting for us. We do need to take some time out just to rest before we get back on the path and journey, and, you know, our journey forward into wherever we're meant to be next. So it's like that new chapter, you know, coming in as well. It's like the boat's coming in, you're getting ready to set sail somewhere else. So it could be literally, you know, at a distance from your travel, moving towards greater things coming in here. It's expansion. You're opening up your whole world to, yeah, a whole new way of being. Maybe a whole new relationship. Hidden motivations. So look where your intentions are. Look where someone else's intentions are. Maybe that's something you're questioning right now. Like, what are people's motives? What is someone's motives? Yep. And the sacred temple. So go within and talk with spirit. Go within to your higher self as well. You might want to do a meditation and meet up with somebody, even if they're living. It doesn't have to be someone deceased, but you can do a guided meditation where you're meeting that person in like a sacred temple and you're having a conversation. Because sometimes when we don't have the answers to something, or if we're missing somebody, even if they are deceased or even living, whatever, it's a good thing to be able to go into some beautiful place in our minds and visit them spiritually in this beautiful place. It doesn't have to be a temple. It could be out in nature. It could be anywhere. It could be by the beach. Could be anywhere that's your happy place, that you're having this conversation. It could be with your spirit guide that you're having conversations right here, because there might be some things that you're really questioning about. Where to next? Where am I meant to go? Is this the right move for me? Is it the right decision to make? It could definitely be around romance for some of you, being this true love card here. But yeah, I find that really, really beautiful. Yeah, there's a lot of being curious, really soul searching, really wanting to know answers right now about somebody's intentions with you. It could also be just, you know, your own intentions. Maybe you're questioning yourself why you really want something as well. Yeah, definitely time for rest. Look at that. Meditation, just said that. Recuperation, contemplation, such a beautiful energy. And it does show that there is a time to just sit back, close our eyes, and just recuperate from something. So a lot of you really are just going to take some time out. Some of you could go on a holiday, even if it's a short-term one. It could be overseas. It could be just in your local area, wherever you want to go. Just maybe a home away from home. You know, it's that kind of feeling. And maybe you're taking off to visit somebody, and maybe you're even just going to be on your own. But wherever you go, could even be a day trip somewhere, by the beach, in a park, out in nature, at a resort, at a retreat, in the country, wherever it might be. For some of you, it might just be literally just in your mind. You could still be in your home space, but you're just taken off in your mind somewhere to your happy place. So whatever it is you need to do, you know, this is going to be a restful time for you. And just a time to really, it's like that lull period. It's like not a time for action and jumping in, but it's a time before that, okay? It's a time before that where we sit down, maybe do some journaling, some inner reflection as to, you know, what we feel around a situation and what next best action it is to take towards that. Look at that. She's got a book in her hands. Queen of Water, Loving, Giving, Psychic. So you're coming into this real energy of, intuition, giving to yourself, you know, being in a really calm energy. It's a loving energy. It's a giving energy. But I feel like this is more of a giving to oneself at the moment. I feel like there's a pullback for a lot of us. And it's not that we aren't this week going to be helping others or giving loving advice or, just being able to give something physically to someone, or share ourselves, you know, our true feelings with someone. But I feel like a lot of this energy is really about inner reflection, trusting in our intuition, really getting in our feels and trusting, you know, what we feel as well. That's something we've got to learn to do, is trust in our feelings. It could be something around a mother right here as well, in spirit around you. But it also could be that for some of you, you are dealing with family issues. There could be an ill mother for some of you as well, or you might be, you know, mother, father, however you want to look at it as a parent. Look, you know, I see this as needing to mother ourselves. We need to mother ourselves. We need to take care of ourselves and nurture our energy. We need to put up boundaries, protect ourselves from outside energies. Anyone who's trying to manipulate us or, you know, with those hidden motivations, being able to really be aware and use discernment and trust in our intuition along the way. And conflicts, annoyances, competition. Yeah, because people might be, trying to vie for our attention all the time. And it could be an inner conflict here as well, that we're trying to, especially with that lunar moon I was talking about, trying to deal with within ourselves, trying to balance. Where do we put our energy and time and effort into? What can we face? What can we deal with? What can we actually handle dealing with right now? How much can we look into within ourselves and find that groundedness as well? Because sometimes when we go into deep emotional stuff, we tend to disassociate, especially if there's emotional traumas. We can actually disassociate. So it's just about being able to ground our energy through meditation, drink lots of water at this time, do some journaling, maybe researching things spiritually, talking to someone else, a counselor, reaching out to a kind, loving relative or friend, if that's something we need to do as well. But it's such a gentle energy this week. We just need to replenish ourselves and not get into our mind. I'm seeing this conflict here as emotional conflict, but it's also mental conflict. So there might be something we're really trying to just push through or just, you know, try and discard altogether, but we know we just have to deal with it. It could be grief for some people, finally realizing that a situation needs to be cried through even. There might be something that we've just pushed down so much that we didn't even grieve, and it's coming all up, you know. So we just got to try and allow ourselves to allow that grief, allow the tears to come through if that need be. If need be. So look at that, Virgo energy, humanitarian, analytical, and faithful. You could be dealing with a Virgo. You might be a Virgo. This is Cancer energy as well. So very much about that homely energy, homely connections, that motherly energy, it's protection. But we also got the Virgos. So there's something that you might really want to be dedicated to right now, and just really, you know, you might really get into your mind and start analyzing things and picking it apart to get to the core issue. And I think that's probably a really good thing to do. And your patience and faith is being rewarded. So there might be something you've really been waiting for that's just not coming right now, and there's a bit of frustration, but it's just showing that, you know, you're like a flower, okay? And I was just going to say, this is so funny, this analogy just came through. Oh, as I said that, I saw an onion. Oh, that's so funny. I saw a flower. I'm talking about a flower, okay? But I'm also seeing an onion, which means we are many layers. There's so many layers to us. We're very complex individuals at times, especially with traumas or personas we might put on to survive in the world. But what we see is that an onion has many layers, okay, but also a flower has many petals. So it's almost like as we peel the onion layers, okay, and get to the core of the issue, we can start to really bloom and open up like a flower as well. Because what we're doing is we're finding all those ugly things, there's beauty in that as well. There's wisdom, there's time for healing and replenishment and healing through those traumas, as we saw with the Scorpio energy, transformation as well, coming out through to the light as well. And you've got your loved ones in spirit helping you. And for a lot of you, I see a female, whether it be a mother or an aunt or a grandmother. It could even be a spirit guide, but I definitely feel that for a lot of you, there's a feminine energy who's overlooking your shoulder right now, and she's with you in your times of quiet, especially helping you to just gently guide you through the things you need to confront right now. Okay, and she's letting you know your patience and faith is being rewarded. Keep going, keep, being on your path. Don't try and beat yourself up too much by being a perfectionist, because we're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Yes, and your health is improving right here as well. How beautiful. So some of you might not be very well at the moment, and definitely calls for time to just slow down and take a break and get into your creative center, get into your creative space of writing, expression, through writing for some reason is really important for a lot of you, reading up on things and being like, we want knowledge in life, don't we, at times too? We need knowledge. So, yeah, it's so beautiful. I'm seeing the letter M. So, this is interesting because it's Mother's Day coming up in another week's time for us in Australia too. So it's motherly energy coming through here. Definitely maternal, I feel, coming in here. But this is also our own maternal instincts kicking in as well, that we need to really finally look after our inner child as well. But I do feel for a lot of you, you do have a mother in spirit who is giving you a massive embrace right now. She's hugging you, she's loving you, grandmotherly figure, all that kind of thing coming in here. We got the Page of Air, truthful, analytical, outspoken. So someone might have had some really harsh words to say. Could have been a younger energy, or it could have just been someone who's just emotionally or mentally young at the moment. They just don't have that maturity, and it's really given us some things to look at within ourselves. It might have made us retreat. Could be a lover, could be children, family, whatever it is. It might have been someone who really just brought in some harsh truths. And it's just really made us question ourselves. But at the same time, this could be our own inner voice, being harsh with ourselves as well. So just being able to, maybe we do need to be really bluntly honest with ourselves. Sometimes we can, as I said, push things down and just survive in the world, and maybe in some ways go into a denial and not want to deal with it and just tell ourselves that everything's okay. But it's something might come up that's really like a smack in the face, like a slap in the face almost for some of us, that it's like, well, it's smacking us awake, that, okay, this issue has to be dealt with. This is a Gemini energy. I see it as the Gemini too. So it's analytical, it is truthful, it's outspoken, it's needing to get to the truth of a matter, even if it's uncomfortable, even if we don't like it, Because sometimes people can just say things how they are, and we can get funny and we think, oh my God, like how could you say that? But we know it's true. So it's funny because we know it's true, but it's just maybe the way it's been said. But it is really in your face. And sometimes we really do need that honesty from somebody as well to tell us how it is. There might be something that we're doing as a pattern in our own, the way we exist and interact with somebody as well, that we're not aware of, that we need to look at within ourselves. Because as I said, we're not all perfect. Some of you are also studying, maybe for counseling, social work. You're amazing. It's going to work out for you guys, so keep going with that. Because, yeah, look, you're a natural teacher. And as I said, study. Some of you could be learning a lot right now, literally through reading books, through going to different courses. Maybe you're doing a course to better yourself, to help others, maybe literally becoming a teacher as well. Some of you could be studying for. But life is all about lessons. These are the life lessons we're taking a lot of our wisdom from. And so mediumship for a lot of you, you have the natural ability to connect with departed loved ones because they are coming in with signs. You might be seeing visions right now or hearing spirit clairaudiently as well coming in. There might be, as I said, there's a spirit guide, your mum in spirit or a motherly figure in spirit that wants to come in and converse with you. And they don't have to literally be, you don't have to hear them as such. They do communicate telepathically. They can communicate through visions. There's symbols or signs they might bring in physically into your life or even literally into your mind. You might see visions. So there's many ways to even feel their energy as well. You can feel them physically. Like half the time I'm doing these readings lately, I'm feeling this circling of energy, this cold energy around me. They're letting me know they're here. We're seeing the orbs. We see feathers in our path. I'm seeing my Nana's name constantly and love hearts in the weirdest places. That's her sign for me as well. And you'll be seeing signs from your loved ones. And you might be studying spirituality right now. And oh, look at this, opening up your third eye chakra. It is safe for you to see the energy of love in all of its forms, such as angels, auras, and visions. So you might be starting to see people's auras as well. You might get an idea using that discernment, who's actually right for you and who's not in the world. Who are you feeling safe around? Who is a good person and who's not? And that's that hidden motivation here as well. So you're tapping into your emotions. You might have always had that instinct that you just seem to know how to read a person's energy. But sometimes we don't. Sometimes there's people who come in who are very manipulative, who are masters, they're master manipulators, and they can come in and really hurt us, and we think to ourselves, how did I not see that coming? Or but sometimes there are some very nasty people in the world who can do that. It's just about protecting your energy, calling Archangel Michael to come in, as I call him, Archangel Michael, to come in to help us discern. Okay, also even spiritual entities, which ones are good and which ones don't feel too good. So, some of you will be meeting your spirit guide and connecting with your spirit guide. They want to let you know they're there. And activate your chakras through deep meditation. So when I see mediumship, that's all the chakras anyway. That's the three main chakras here. Is the sacral is all about the clairaudience as well, because we're feeling our way through something. But the crown chakra is very much about that, getting those downloads, those spiritual insights, that knowledge, the wisdom coming in. And the third eye chakra is all about opening up our vision, our perspective on things as well, and looking through the veil into the spiritual world. It's quite powerful, guys. What? Look at this coming out. Oh, wow. Clover. How amazing. I love it. Expect the unexpected. There's good luck coming in. All will be well. Take a chance. And some things might be short term. Okay, so it could be like a burst of energy coming in. That's like this good luck coming in for you. There might be an Irish connection here for some of you as well. I'm loving that energy, guys. There's some really good things coming in. Yes, look at that. Past the complications, the confusion, the uncertainty. Maybe some of you are really uncertain whether you're ever going to really make it, financially, and having good fortune by your side. And there's this saying, your patience and faith is being rewarded. So soon the clouds will part. You will be able to see where you next need to be and the good things, okay? Sometimes it can be really cloudy and dark and we don't always see the good things coming in. We don't see that light, but it's coming in. And yeah, fox, be clever. There's a little clever fox going on here. So being aware of trickery, being aware of people who might be your competitors, who may be jealous of you, envious of you, someone who might be trying to gaslight you. Yes, someone who might be causing this confusion, trying to make you, question your reality right here. So, yeah, being aware of manipulations around you, okay? Yeah, they might be making you really doubt yourself as a person and really making you feel really down, like your self-esteem. And it says you are almost there. So keep going on your journey, your healing journey. Learn to discern and shut out people who are no good for you, and visualize with that third eye chakra your dreams into reality. So you do have the power within you. We all have a magic to manifest and co-create with the universe. Calling in your guides, your spirit guides, your loved ones, your angels, your higher self to bring it all about. Good luck coming in. And look, another fox. Wait and observe. So the foxes I don't always see as a bad energy either. It's a cunning energy. It's a clever energy. It's being wise, okay? It's being able to see things unfold. It's having that awareness as well. So just wait and observe. Once you're visualizing, just wait. Your patience and faith is being rewarded. Just know it's coming in for you. This amazing good luck, okay? And the spoken word, throat chakra, communicate clearly and with integrity. Tell the universe exactly what it is, very specifically what it is that you wish for. Always show gratitude. And maybe you want to get out in nature near water and just chill out. As we said before, getting out in nature is really important to ground our energy, being around a really beautiful energy there. Now we're going to close this off with one more card here. And it says, have you asked your angels for help with this? Your angels want to help you with this situation. However, they require your permission before they can intervene in your free will choices. So sometimes we just think we can take it on ourselves. We don't even think to ask the angels. We just sometimes even just assume they're just going to do everything, just be there and take care of it, which a lot of the times they do. But we do need to give them permission to actually intervene in certain situations. So if you're really struggling right now, pray to the angels, call them in. Anyone that you need right now. Archangel Chamuel helps with relationships and the heart chakra. Archangel Gabriel helps us with communication and messages and what we might need to, with the writing aspect of things as well, clarity with that, being able to put words into perspective, and having clear integrity. You can ask Archangel Michael to come in and protect you and help you to face anything that you fear right now, anything that's in those shadows. It's the inner demons, as we might call them, that come up and rear their ugly heads. We just need to have that spiritual guidance, and the angels can call in God or anyone that you believe in to come in and help you navigate through this week. And there is good luck. So some of you might have a windfall. You might win some money on the lotto. You might be gifted some, might win something, or you might have someone just come in and help you financially or abundantly in any way, supporting you. And I think that's beautiful, guys. I hope this has resonated. It's been pretty full on, but I'm loving the energies. It's amazing every week to see what comes up, because we never know until we do it, what's going to come out. But I hope this has helped you in some way today. Please let me know below. I love listening to you guys and what your stories are. There's an orb. Thank you, Spirit, for being here with us. And I look forward to connecting with you guys next time. Love and blessings.